Have you ever been playing in a match where you're so emotional you can't control what you're feeling and how you're acting? Well, let me tell you, that just happened to me last Saturday. I was so frustrated to the point where I couldn't control my rage and anger. I was hitting balls out of the court, left, right, and center. And with every single block that they made on me, I just got even angrier to the point where once I got blocked, I fell to the floor because I jumped so high, but I still got blocked because I sent it low. And when I landed on the floor and saw that the ball landed on my side of the court, I just got mad and started hitting the floor, like slapping it, straight up slapping it. And even though it didn't look good, it's the way I released my anger. And that anger just led me to playing badly, and it didn't allow me to achieve the victory over that team because I got so angry where I couldn't control myself. So what do I do to correct this? The correction is, and this is something my coach told me, you play with emotion but not emotionally. When you play emotionally, you cannot control what you're doing, and everything you do will end up wrong, probably. Yeah, there might be one or two good plays, but whenever you're playing emotionally, you will lose because you'll be so dependent on the emotions that you won't play good. But whenever you play with emotion, that's when you can have the control over how you hit, how you receive, how everything. You have full control over your actions. But before we continue, hi, I'm Obi, and I'm here to guide you through your student-athlete journey by sharing experiences from my own student-athlete journey. So as I was saying, you should play with emotion. And that means, get excited whenever you make a point. Celebrate every single point as if there was nothing else to come. Celebrate with your team. Keep playing with your team. Keep getting excited. Keep celebrating the highs. But don't play with emotions. Like, if you get frustrated, don't indulge in that frustration. Because as I told you already, it leads to frustration, as it happened to me. And it's not the first time it happens. And whenever you are frustrated, you will not play good, as I already said. You will keep hitting in the same place. You will keep not being able to manage what you're doing because you're so frustrated and angry. You just want something good to happen. But when you want it that bad, within the frustration, it won't happen, and you'll just keep falling into the rabbit hole of frustration and anger. But when you play with emotion, you celebrate each point, you celebrate each block, you celebrate each spike. Even if you hit a good spike and it got blocked, you'll see that you have that spike perfectly. Now you just need to move it away from the block. And with the emotion, you can actually start getting good points against the other team. It's not just the frustration of hitting one place, hitting another, hitting and not anything working. But when you play with emotion, you won't fall into the rabbit hole of getting frustrated. If you get blocked, you'll just continue with your life because you need to continue with the point. No matter what happened before, the point that is happening right now is a point that is in the moment, and that's the point that matters, not the future one, not the past one, the point that is going on right now. And that's why you need to play with emotion, because once again I say it, without emotion you don't have control over your emotions, because you cannot play nonchalantly. I mean, you can, but it won't stimulate or it won't encourage your team to also play better. Because when you play with emotion, you're celebrating everything. But when you're nonchalant, you're just not celebrating anything. And it helps you whenever you get blocked or anything to keep your cool and not get frustrated. But whenever anything good happens, you won't excite your team, or you won't get your team excited to continue playing at a better level. And that's why you shouldn't play nonchalant, but instead play with emotion and celebrate everything, as I already said. Celebrate the point, celebrate the block, celebrate everything. my way of celebrating is just shouting at the top of my lungs. So whenever I get a block, it's just like full volume. I cannot show. Maybe I have a clip, I'll put it up if it's there. But whenever I get a point, I just shout from emotion, or I start jumping all over the place. And that's what the emotion that you should have. You should have that emotion to the point where you jump around of joy and happiness. But you cannot nonchalant it and just no reaction all the time. Or on the contrary, get frustrated every time you get blocked, or frustrated every time it doesn't go the way you wanted it to go. And yeah, I say it again, you have to play with emotion but not emotionally. And that's gonna be all for today. Remember, I'm gonna be posting 2 to 3 times a week. I'll also be posting reels daily, so go follow both the TikTok and my Instagram. They're both in the description. And just remember, keep doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And also, Jesus Christ loves you, and He's the only way to heaven. See ya. Mwah.